Hello, today's story is from Chandigarh. On January 20th, 2025, around 9 p.m., a young man called the Singh Bhagwantpur police station and said, "Sir, my name is Yuvraj Sinha. I am a constable in Punjab Police and currently posted in Mohali's counterintelligence team. After finishing my duty, I was driving home to Fatehgarh Sahib when I saw a young woman jumping into the canal. I tried my best to stop and save her, but since I was alone, I couldn't rescue her. Please send a police team immediately to save her life. I am still at the spot." Within minutes, a police team reached the location. They immediately called a divers team for assistance. Soon, the Bole Shankar Drivers Club's diving team arrived at the scene. After a tough rescue effort, the divers retrieved the lifeless body of Neha from the Bakra Canal. Inspector Sunil, SHO of Singh Bhagwantpur Police Station, documented the incident and sent the deceased body to Rajendra Hospital, Patiala, for post-mortem. The police circulated the victim's photograph in the nearby areas to identify her, but no one recognized her. The photograph was then shared with different police stations in neighboring districts. When the news reached Ropar district, police officials became alert. To them, it looked like a case of murder. Meanwhile, at home, Nisha Soni's family was growing anxious. When Nisha did not return home on the night of January 20th, her elder sister Ritu and her husband Hitesh Hans searched for her all night. But Nisha's phone remained switched off. The next morning, on January 21st, Ritu and Hitesh went to Singh Bhagwantpur Police Station, Ropar, and reported Nisha Soni missing. Ritu told the police, Nisha had gone out with her boyfriend, Yuvraj Singh, in his car. After that, she never returned, and her phone is still switched off. Hearing this, the police immediately showed her the photograph of the unidentified body found in the Bakra Canal on January 20th. As soon as Ritu saw the photo, she screamed in shock and broke down, crying, "Sir, this is my sister Nisha. Who did this to her?" With the victim identified, the police felt relieved that a crucial piece of the puzzle had been solved. The next day, on January 22nd, 2025, Nisha Soni's family went to Rajendra Hospital, Patiala, to confirm the identification. After the post-mortem, Singh Bhagwantpur police handed over Nisha's body to her family. On the same day, the family performed her last rites at the Joginder Nagar cremation ground in Himachal Pradesh. Now the police had only one mission left: to catch the murderer. They reviewed CCTV footage from January 20th, 2025 and saw Nisha leaving with Yuvraj. The police acted quickly and arrested Yuvraj Singh on February 22nd, 2025 under Section 103B of the BNS. At first, Yuvraj denied the murder, but when the police interrogated him strictly, he finally confessed. The truth he revealed was horrifying and shocking. Even the officers present were stunned. Now, let's uncover the terrifying story behind this crime. Let's understand in detail what happened that forced a protector to become a predator. Before that, please subscribe to the channel, like and share the video. At the end, do share your thoughts about this story. So let's get into the details. Nisha Soni, a resident of Joginder Nagar in Mandi district of Himachal Pradesh, was undergoing air hostess training in Chandigarh after completing her BSc. Her acquaintance with Yuvraj Singh had started only 5 months ago. At that time, Yuvraj Singh was posted in the counterintelligence CI wing of Mohali. Every evening, after finishing his duty, he would drive back to his village, Manpur, Fatehgarh Sahib, in his Creta car. In the morning, he would leave his home at a fixed time to reach his duty station. That day, Yuvraj had left his home early in the morning for duty. As he approached Chandigarh, he noticed a beautiful young woman standing by the roadside, signaling him to stop. Yuvraj didn't want to stop, but her beauty captivated him at first glance, so he pulled over. "Yes, madam, how can I help you?" Yuvraj asked while rolling down the window. "I need to reach Sector 34 Chandigarh urgently. I got delayed here and my bus left. How much would you charge to drop me there?" the young woman asked. "Oh, so you think I'm a private taxi driver? At least look at the number plate before talking," Yuvraj said, annoyed. "Oh, sir, I think you took it the wrong way. I didn't mean to offend you. I was in a hurry and didn't notice the vehicle number. I mistakenly assumed it was a taxi. For that, I sincerely apologize." The young woman joined her hands in apology. "Listen, madam, I don't know your name or anything about you, so there's no need for you to fold your hands like this. You can sit in my car without any worry," Yuvraj said, stepping out of the car. "Thank you very much for your generosity, sir. But these days, trusting someone so quickly is not safe. Since you are insisting that I sit in your car, could you introduce yourself? That way I can feel more assured," she said cautiously. "I really like what you just said. In today's world, it's wise not to trust a stranger so quickly. Well, let me tell you, I work for the Punjab police. My home is in Fatehgarh Sahib, and I am currently posted in Mohali. If you still don't believe me, I can show you my identity card." Yuvraj pulled out his ID card from his pocket and showed it to her. "Oh, sir, why would you say that? Now that you've told me, I completely believe you," the young woman said, opening the car door. "Madam, it's just the two of us in the car. You should sit in the front seat so we can continue talking," Yuvraj said, opening the front door for her. As the car moved forward, their conversation started. "I've introduced myself, but you haven't told me anything about yourself. Can I know more about you?" Yuvraj asked. "Of course, why not? My name is Nisha Soni. I am from Jogindernagar, Mandi district, Himachal Pradesh. I completed my BSc from SD College in Chandigarh and am currently taking an air hostess course at Frankfin Institute in Sector 34, Chandigarh," Nisha introduced herself. "You speak very interestingly, and your career also looks very promising. Who else is in your family?" Yuvraj asked. "Sir, I have two elder sisters who are already married. I am the youngest in the family, and I am 22 years old," Nisha replied. "Nisha ji, first of all, please stop calling me sir. You can call me Yuvraj. What are your thoughts on marriage? Your family must be looking for a groom for you by now," Yuvraj asked. "If I find someone who truly cares for me, I will think about it. I've told my family not to worry about my marriage just yet. First, I want to become an air hostess, and then I will think about marriage." "Yuvraj ji, what about you? Are you married?" Nisha asked. "Oh, Nisha ji, I haven't found the right girl yet. I am 27 years old now, and my family and I are eagerly searching for someone special," Yuvraj replied. "Yuvraj ji, your words are as lively as you are," Nisha praised him. Just then, Yuvraj applied the brakes, and the car stopped suddenly. "Nisha ji, look, we've reached your destination," Yuvraj said.
"Yuvraj ji, we reached Frankfin Institute so quickly. Your conversation was so engaging that I didn't even realize how long the journey was," Nisha said as she stepped out of the car.
"Nisha ji, I really like talking to you too. Now at least share your mobile number with me," Yuvraj said.
Nisha asked for Yuvraj's number and gave him a missed call. They both saved each other's numbers, and Yuvraj left for duty.
At that moment, Yuvraj drove away, but Nisha's beauty had already left a deep impression on him. On the other hand, Nisha was also quite taken with Yuvraj after just one meeting.
After that, they started talking regularly and even began sharing their personal thoughts over text messages. One day, Yuvraj took her to a garden for a walk. That day, he finally confessed.
"Nisha, I have fallen for you completely. Look, it's been 10 days since we met. In these 10 nights, I haven't been able to sleep properly. Before I suffocate in longing and love for you, please accept my proposal." "Please." Yuvraj bent down on one knee and confessed his love to Nisha. "Yuvraj ji, my heart is also overflowing with love for you in the same way. I feel the same. I too am incomplete without you now," Nisha said, holding Yuvraj's hand and helping him stand up before embracing him tightly. From that moment on, their love flourished. As time passed, they became physically intimate without even realizing it. Meanwhile, Yuvraj secretly recorded their private moments on his mobile phone.
One day, Yuvraj took a 2-day leave and went on a trip with Nisha to a picnic spot. They stayed at a hotel, where Yuvraj spent the entire night enjoying himself with Nisha.
The next morning, after freshening up and getting ready, Nisha came back to the room while Yuvraj went to take a bath. Just then, his phone started ringing. Curious, Nisha picked it up. "Who is speaking?" she asked. A woman's voice responded from the other end. "I am Rekha, calling from Australia. Are you speaking from Mohali police station? Please let me talk to Yuvraj."
Nisha's heart skipped a beat. Are you related to Yuvraj Ji? She asked hesitantly.
Oh, madam, you police officers ask too many questions. I talk to Yuvraj at least 2 to 3 times a week. This time I got a bit busy, so I'm calling after 10 days. By the way, I'm Yuvraj Singh's wife, Rekha. Please let me speak to him, the woman on the other end insisted.
Nisha felt as if the ground beneath her had crumbled. Rekha Ji. Yuvraj Ji had to leave suddenly on a special duty. It was a secret operation. He must have left his phone here in a hurry. When it rang, I picked it up. By the way, Rekha Ji, how many children do you have? Nisha asked, trying to keep her voice steady.
We have a son. I work in Australia, but now I am resigning and moving back to India permanently with my son. I plan to start a business there. Look, I am at my office right now. If Yuvraj comes back, please tell him I called and that he must speak to me. All right, I will hang up now, Rekha said and disconnected the call. Nisha's body burned with rage. Without wasting a second, she packed her belongings. Just then, Yuvraj came out of the bathroom and she exploded at him. Yuvraj, I never expected this from you. You are 33 years old. You have a wife and a son, yet you hid it from me? You deceived me. You played with my emotions. Don't even try to meet or talk to me again. I am leaving. Nisha stormed out of the room, leaving Yuvraj stunned. After that, she cut off all communication with him. Whenever Yuvraj tried to call, she ignored his calls. One evening, Yuvraj came home after buying packed food from a restaurant. As soon as he arrived, he locked the door from inside, opened a bottle of whiskey, and started drinking. He munched on fish fritters as snacks. When he saw that the bottle was almost empty, he decided to skip dinner. He washed his hands and feet in the bathroom and went straight to bed, wrapping himself in a blanket. He had no idea when he fell asleep. Suddenly, around 1 a.m., he woke up, drenched in sweat. He had seen a terrifying dream. In his dream, his house had collapsed completely, and Rekha was hurling abuses at him in front of everyone, humiliating him. He saw clearly that Nisha had told Rekha everything. The truth about his affair, how he had lied about being unmarried, how he had used her and even blackmailed her. The dream left Yuvraj shaken. His drunken state vanished instantly. He thought, if my dream turns into reality, Rekha will kick me out of the house. My job in the police department will be in jeopardy, and I won't be able to face anyone. Constable Yuvraj Singh of Punjab Police started plotting a new plan. He had been trying to contact Nisha for days, but she refused to answer his calls. He finally decided he had to get rid of her. He just needed her to pick up his call once. It was Monday, January 20th, 2025. Around 7 p.m., after finishing his duty in Mohali, Yuvraj got into his car and started driving towards his home in Fatehgarh Sahib. A few miles down the road, he called Nisha. This time she picked up. What happened, darling? You've stopped answering my calls. Did I make some mistake? Yuvraj asked in a honeyed voice. Look, Yuvraj, I don't want to meet or talk to you ever again because you are a liar and a fraud, Nisha snapped. Listen, Nisha, I just want to meet you once, just once, for the last time. Where are you right now? Yuvraj asked. I am on my way home with my sister. We are traveling from Joginder Nagar to my PG, but I have no intention of meeting you again. Now, hang up, Nisha said firmly. Yuvraj smirked. Nisha, you should know that I still have our videos safe with me. If you don't meet me, I will leak them. And not just that, I will kill you too, he threatened. His words struck Nisha like a lightning bolt. She hesitated for a moment and then replied, Fine, Yuvraj, I will meet you, but only for the last time. Good. You reach home and I'll be there soon, Yuvraj said and ended the call. Around 7:30 p.m., Nisha and her elder sister, Ritu Soni, reached home. They were busy arranging their groceries when, at 8:30 p.m., Yuvraj called again. Annoyed, Nisha answered, Now what do you want? I already said I will meet you once. Why are you calling now? My love, I am standing right outside your building waiting for you. Come down, Yuvraj said sweetly. I am going out for a while. Yuvraj is here. I will be back in half an hour, Nisha informed her sister before stepping out with her phone. As soon as she came out, she saw Yuvraj waiting for her in his Creta car. She got in and Yuvraj drove off. He took her far away near the deserted village of Pathredi Jata, close to Ropar. By the time they reached, it was quite late. A canal flowed alongside the road. Everything seemed eerie. Yuvraj, I agreed to meet you one last time, but why did you bring me so far to such a lonely place? I don't understand, Nisha said, sensing something was wrong. My sweetheart, our final meeting should be grand, don't you think? Yuvraj smiled and pulled her into an embrace. Let me go. I hate you now. You asked to meet one last time, so I came. Now give me my video. I never want to see your face again, Nisha demanded, trying to free herself. As Nisha tried to free herself from Yuvraj's arms, she said in a voice filled with hatred, "Oh, so now you have stooped to such indecency? There was a time when you loved me so much, and now you hate me this much?" Yuvraj replied, "Look at yourself first before blaming me. You were the one who deceived me. You were already married, 33 years old, yet you told me you were single and only 27. Have some shame. You're even a father to a child. Now give me my video immediately and drop me home, or the consequences will be severe." Enraged, Nisha continued, "All right, tell me one thing. If you don't give me the video, what will you do to me? Go ahead, I am not giving it to you."
Yuvraj smirked and said, "Now listen carefully to what I will do. Your wife, Rekha, is coming back from Australia with your son in February. I will go to her and reveal everything. How you trapped me by pretending to be single and 27 years old. How you promised to marry me soon and build a happy life together. I will expose every bit of your deception to your wife. You ruined my life, and if I don't turn your life into hell, then my name isn't Nisha."
Hearing this, Yuvraj's face burned with fury. Without thinking, he punched Nisha multiple times in the face, then kicked and beat her mercilessly. Nisha pleaded for her life, cried, and begged for mercy, but Yuvraj did not stop. He continued to assault her brutally. After a while, when Nisha stopped moving, Yuvraj placed his hand near her nose. She was not breathing. Her heartbeat had stopped. A victorious smile spread across his face. His plan had worked. He took her jewelry and mobile phone. By then, darkness had covered the isolated area, and there was no one in sight.
Yuvraj then lifted Nisha's lifeless body in both hands and threw it into the Bakra Canal. After that, he called the police and falsely reported that a young woman was about to jump into the water. When the police arrived, he left the scene. After Yuvraj Singh's arrest, Nisha Soni's father, Hansraj Soni, told the media and police that his daughter's teeth were found pushed inward, proving she was beaten severely. Yuvraj had also taken her jewelry and phone before disposing of her body in the canal. Hansraj Soni demanded the death penalty for Yuvraj. Following protests from Nisha's family, the case was transferred from Bhagwantpur police station to Joginder Nagar police station in Himachal Pradesh.
The murder of 22-year-old trainee air hostess Nisha Soni was a deeply tragic incident that shook society. It raised serious questions about women's safety and trust in relationships. This was not just the loss of one innocent life. It highlighted the growing mentality in society where love and trust are being suffocated, giving rise to violence and crime. The most concerning aspect of this case was that the accused, Yuvraj Singh, was a police constable, someone who was supposed to protect society. Instead, he misused his power and uniform to commit this horrific crime. This incident is not just a personal tragedy. It raises critical questions about women's safety, the justice system, and the responsibility of law enforcement. Nisha Soni was an ambitious young woman. Her mysterious death not only left her family devastated, but also forced society to reflect on itself. Friends, the purpose of sharing this story is not to upset or disturb anyone, but to spread awareness and caution. What are your thoughts on this incident? Share your views in the comments. Also, let us know where you are watching this video from. If you appreciate our efforts, please like and share this video. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so now.